Hi, welcome back to the garden. Today is Sunday, May 14th. Happy Mother's Day. So I'm out here doing a little extra work. I did have a question. I wanted to show you this. Why add a little Dawn to my neem oil? The neem oil, the cold pressed neem oil floats, and the Dawn takes and lets it mix up. We have some grasshoppers. I just mixed this up in case we needed to use it. I'm not going to use any of that today. But what I am going to use today is my Bacillus thuringiensis. One thing we have out here right now is butterflies, moths, and worms. The brassicas are looking pretty good. In the last couple episodes, you can notice some holes in them. We have been picking off some worms. Part of my task today is to go ahead and spray all the brassicas. Now this is very safe. All it does when the worms eat them, they stop eating. Doesn't hurt anything else, doesn't hurt any other life in the soil. But it's Mother's Day, and what do we do on Mother's Day? We plant. So come on, let's plant. I went ahead and started Lotus seeds a week or so ago, and we've got green on all of them. And what better time than to bring them out into the garden? As you know, we have some in containers around the house. I thought this would be a nice addition to the garden. This is on the north side. We're going to plant half here, we're going to plant half up front. Now I went and did all the hard work before it got warm. And it's not really that warm, it's just very, very muggy. So what I did is I went and found some clay, and I got a little bit in this container and the other container. But what we want to do is go ahead and fill this up with water. And I'm just going around the outside trying not to dust it up too much. But as it settles, and it's just removing all its own air pockets. This container does not have a hole in it. We want it to hold water. Well, let me go put a little water in this other one and let this settle. Well, obviously, it's not too bad, but it's not crystal clear. And I'm just going to drop these in here. Since they lay on the bottom of this container, they should be just fine. See, how many do we want to put in there? Let's start 1, 2, 3. And I think this is the Blushing Bride. 4. That leaves us 6 for the up front. Now, an important part of this is, yes, we can get mosquitoes in the standing water. From Summit, these little cakes, they work pretty well. We've been using them in the up front to kind of break it up, and this will just dissolve in here, and it'll keep the mosquitoes from laying eggs. And I'm sure I have far too much soil in these containers. I mean, there's only a few inches of water, but I wanted this heavy here on purpose, just like back there. I want this to define our walkway. We're gonna have stuff planted out in here, and that gives us some walkways going across. Anyhow, that was my thinking behind it. But let's just go ahead and randomly drop these in here. And if for some reason they start floating, you can always come back with a little stone, just a little pebble, and just set on the edge of the seed itself, and that'll hold it down in there. I have no idea what the lotus are that I just planted. Typical for me. But when I got them, they just came in a random bag, and I just germinated everything that would germinate. So I'm just putting a half of one of these in here, put a half of the one in the back, kind of crumple them up. They'll dissolve pretty quickly. And there you go. If it wasn't Mother's Day, I might be planting corn. But Mom doesn't want corn. She wants roses and lilies. You know when they say it's not the heat, it's the humidity? Well, today is the humidity. And it's like a little sauna out here. I am going to go ahead and treat these brassicas lightly with the BT right now. But we've had an afternoon rain shower all week long, and we're forecast for more rain here in just a little while. That's why everything looks so good. Worms are out here eating. A little rain won't stop that. We'll have to do it again tomorrow. But that's why I'm not going to put it on too heavy. I'm only going to treat the kale and the cabbages. And that's it, just a light little bit. And of course we got the kale that we planted in December. I don't want it all chewed up. It's just starting to grow good. And these cabbages that we planted in December, a couple of them are making some pretty good heads. And of course our cauliflower, broccoli, and purple cabbage, giving them a squirt or two. You can do this too. Just a little pre-planting, If you need to get a little help, you can use a little help. So Mom, thank you for not beating me to death. I know it was a challenge. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. And remember, until next time, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.